Alright, try that again. We're gonna make a cheesecake. Let's make a cheesecake. Like and subscribe, all that kind of stuff. We're gonna make a real cheesecake. It's really good. It's not runny in the middle. It's perfect. It's great. It's very good. It's easy to make. It's like the world's best, easiest cheesecake. My wife loves them. They're great. They're probably absolutely terrible for you. And if you're lactose intolerant, I don't recommend it. But it's very good. It's very easy. Simple to make. It doesn't take that long. So, yeah. Peace and love. Like and share. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know. Hey, let's make a cheesecake, huh? This is the easy part. Just smash this down, get a roller, Ziploc bag. I recommend the regular. This is a mega stuffed one. I just threw one in there because we have a couple. I don't like the mega stuffed ones. The double stuffed are just about enough as far as eating wise, but when you're gonna make a pie crust, it takes like a whole row. It takes like 12 to 14 in my cheesecake pan. This is my cheesecake pan. And like I personally, I don't like to get crazy with the roller. I just like smash them down because I like chunks of it in there. I don't want it to be like sandpaper, like super thin. Like I like chunks of it. I can't even turn my, can I turn it on? Yeah, there we go. See like how it's like chunky? Like that's perfect to me because I'll add some butter to it. I'll add like 2.5 to 3 teaspoons of butter in it, or tablespoon, whatever it is to cut off on a butter. But yeah, that's perfect to me. And all I did was run a roller on one side, flip it, run a roller on the other side, and that's it. I got nice chunks in there. That's what I like. And then I'll just melt some butter. Add some butter. Alright. The most important part of a cheesecake is the crust. You gotta get it just right. And what I like to do is I just, once I get it in there, just get in there and start smashing it down. Smash it down. And then what I like to do is I'll take this along the edges, and I'll like turn it. I can't do it with one hand. I'll turn it, and I'll puff the sides up. I'll show you. Can you see how the sides are like puffed up? Like it's not exactly even right there. I'm gonna put the cup beside it. See if you can see it. Like I'll turn the sides the whole way around just to make it like pop up a little bit. That way when you eat it, the pie filling is actually down inside the crust. Just like that. And once that's done, I put it in the freezer until the rest of it's done, until it's ready to go. I just pop it in there like that. Doesn't have to be perfect, just sitting in there somewhere. Yeah, just like that. Now we're ready to make some filling. Alright, next to getting your crust right, the filling is just about, the cream cheese is really important. It depends on if you want to have a lumpy cheesecake, which Valerie loves lumpy cheesecakes, or if you want to have a smooth cheesecake. So you have to whip it or melt it a little bit. Well, you got to do both. You got to melt it, not necessarily melt it, but just I like getting it down to like room temperature. So I'll take the microwave, put it in here, and then soften cheesecake two. Oh, no, I don't want it to get that long. That cheesecake 2. I get 2, 1. Yeah, a minute's plenty long enough. Man, guys, what I've learned so far at making these things, I don't like them melted right here. Like, you want it to be whipped, not melted. You don't want melted cheese. You want it to be, you gotta whip it. And it's not hard to whip it. You just get a spoon and whip it around in there before you do anything else. Like, this is the next step of making a cheesecake. You make your crust, and then you get your cheese going. So, and in this one, I don't have any whipping cream, so I'm just using half and half. Use a third of a cup or a quarter of a cup of this, and then I put a half a cup of sour cream in it. Pretty simple. 2 eggs. And my recipe actually calls for 2/3 of a cup of sugar, and that's way too sweet. I've learned that from trial and error. I use a cup of sugar, and that is plenty freaking sweet enough. Plenty sweet enough. And 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. I don't worry about them being level. I just put 2 scoops in there and call it good. Whatever it is, it is. Beautiful. Maybe a little shot for love. And that's it. And 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Nothing special. And a pinch of salt. Or 2. Good enough. Now I did end up going 2 minutes on this. 1 minute was still pretty cold. Yeah, see, it's not cold. It's kind of room temperature right there. It's not melting. That's how I like it right there. And then I'll just get in there and just whip it around a little bit. Here. See, nothing special. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Just whip it up a little bit. You don't want it to be kind of basic. You could set it outside your refrigerator all day long and then come back and use it. You just don't want to take it from the refrigerator cold to there and then try to mix everything up. I tried that and it was a disaster. Valerie kind of liked it like that. So I try to do like a medium, something like that. I don't know. I'm not to scrape all that shit out. Yeah, it looks kind of like an eggy mess right now, but get it mixed up good. Yeah, see, it's looking better. Get it mixed up good. Usually I'll mix it up a few times. Then I get my spatula in there and scrape it around a little bit and push the sides down. Just mix it up good. Make sure she's good and beat up. This is the easy part. Oh yeah, now we're getting the cheesecake. Yes sir, it's gonna be a good one. Tastes really good. It looks like it's a little chunky, but I bet it'll cook right out of it. One thing about all these cheesecake videos I've watched on YouTube, learning how to make these cheesecakes, is they don't cook them long enough. And that's the biggest problem with a lot of the recipes. I use an Instantpot, and when I make my cheesecakes, I cook them for an hour. I put them in there on high. I'll show you that in a minute. Let's get my filling done here. All right. Pull that back out. Turn the flash on so you guys can see a little better. You see? I like how it has them lips around the edge of it. It's kind of hard to see. There's a little fancy, extra fanciness to it. Oh yeah, baby. It might not hold it all, but it should hold most of it. And whenever it's done cooking, it'll rise a little bit while it's cooking. But whenever it sits, it actually sits back down in. Alright, let me scrape that out. Alright. Just like that. Now we're ready for the Instant Pot. Nothing special there either. Just like a cup and a half of water. You don't have to go crazy. This little rack is so nice for this. Just get him down in there. Get him close to both sides. Make sure you're vented. Pressure cook. High for an hour. Turn that off. Oh, wrong button. That's it. Don't do anything else. And then it'll start on its own. And then it starts on its own. I hit the end button there on accident. And clean that up and then let that go for an hour. That's it. And this is what it'll look like. I already got one done. Right there. Chabam. But we'll check that one out too in an hour. See how she looks. Alright. If you cut into your cheesecake and it doesn't cut like hard to cut into. If you make a cheesecake and it's not solid all the way through, you didn't cook it long enough. Look at it, it's solid all the way through. All the way through there. it took us a long time. It took me a long time to learn how to make these. See, that one's even still pretty good. It's pretty good. It actually looks like it could have been cooked just a little bit longer. Nah, that's good. That was reflecting weird. It's so good. Oh my god. The crust is delicious. It's delicious. My camera's dirty. But, yeah. That's a cheesecake. I cook it for an hour. I watched a couple guys make them now. And when they make them, they're runny in the middle. I don't want a runny in the middle cheesecake. If you cook them long enough, that's what they look like. I cook them for an hour. That one's still got 27 minutes to go. But yeah, that sumbitch ain't running out. If you want to make a topping, I seen a guy make a topping. He used like a half a cup of cream cheese and some sugar, and then he made a topping out of it. Or you're gonna put cherries on it, or you're gonna eat it like we do. We like it just like that. Freaking delicious there. My camera's really dirty. Oh, that's better. I don't have my teeth in, sorry. Yeah, really good. So good, oh my god. Yeah, so you want to make the best cheesecake, the easiest cheesecake to make, too easy that even a Mikey can make it. There you go. It's pretty simple.